Eka son o, eka bo, and welcome to Lunch with Iya Funlayo, where we are serving up that spiritual food to help you through your week. Hey, if you have made it to Wednesday, give yourself some credit. So you are here, you're alive, your heart is still beating in your chest. Go on ahead and pound on your chest a little bit. Give yourself some credit for the strength, for the perseverance on this Ose Ogun. Adupeo Ogun Nakaye Ogun Moye. Ogun Ye Moye. As Ogun lives, I live. Hey, Ogun Lakaye. Ogun the strong one. Ogun Osi Imole, the one who opened the road to the earth for all of the other Irumole. We salute you, Ogun, on this Ose. Of course, we also salute your divine partner, Oshosi, who helps to give direction to all of that strength and power, as well as Ija, Orisha, Oko, and all of the rest of the crew that Ogun rolls with. You know that our divinities roll deep, and we give thanks for all of their blessings. We give thanks for all of the ways in which they help us to go on this long journey through life without returning home. We know that it is our Ori that does that, as Ogbe Ogunda tells us. But all of our divinities assist us on this journey. And today, we are connecting with the energy of Ogun, Ogun Moye, Ogun Lakaye, Ogun. Hey, Osimole, Ogun, the one who has water at home but chooses to bathe in blood, Ogun, the one who clears the road and also makes way for the harvest, Ogun. Hey, Ogun Moye, today we're going to touch just for a moment on embracing endings as we are coming to the ending of another year on the Gregorian calendar, right? As we are closing out, as we are in this time of the solstice, right? For these 3 days, we are just grateful for the ways in which things can come to a state of rest, come to a state of closure, come to a state of darkness so that the light can return to us. And Ogun teaches us that lesson. One of Ogun's praise names, they said that Ogun is Alada Meji, Ofi Okan Sanko, Ofi Okan Yena. It says Ogun is the owner of 2 machetes. One he uses to clear the road, one he uses to create the rows in the farm. What does that mean? What does that mean for us? Why do we embrace Ogun when we talk about endings as well as, of course, beginnings? Because every time one thing ends, it is making room for another thing to begin. And so Ogun's 2 machetes. Hey, we know that Ogun has tools that teach us a lot of lessons. If you've been here before, and if you haven't, go back and find the replay on Ogun's tools. We know we have the anvil that adds to our stability. We have the hammer that helps to bend us into the shape that we need to take for the task at hand. We have the pick that helps us to pry out the obstacles that are in our path. We have the shovel that helps us to dig out the truth and dig out our blessings. And we have the adameji, 2 machetes. One that clears the path in front of us, and one, hey, with which we make the rows for our harvest. And so understand what has to come first. We have to clear the path. We have to cut everything down at times, right? And what does that mean? The reason why Ogun, so many stories of Ogun, so much about Ogun is around death. Death as a metaphor for the ending of things. Death as a metaphor for that ultimate force that transforms. Ashe. And so as we get ready to move into our prayer space, we're going to pray that Ogun helps us to understand the power of embracing endings. You know what? This morning, I had to laugh at myself. And listen, I'm about to tell on some of y'all, because how many of you have bottles of cream, lotion, oil, whatever it might be, that has a little drop left in the bottom of it, right? You holding on to it for what we don't know, but you holding on. You don't want to finish it, right? That right there is an inability to embrace endings. It seems mundane, right? It seems real simple and it seems real mundane, but the lesson, the message that we send out to the universe when we do that, is I ain't gonna be able to afford anymore. Right? Is I'm afraid to let this thing go. And so we hold on to all of these bottles and jars that have little bits of stuff left in the bottom that never get used, right? So that is one of the lessons. If you got that going on at home, I want you today to go and use some of that up. When you take your shower tonight, I need you to use up the last of the cream. I had just used mine, all right, my rose body butter. I was like trying to hoard it, but no, I just used the last of it. And guess what? I'm about to get some more because Ogun is opening the roads to blessings of wealth. Ogun is opening the roads to blessings of business. Ogun is opening the roads to blessings of abundance. Ogun is opening the road to the blessings of all things that are needed to provide, trusting that we will be provided for. I know that for many of us, we exist in a scarcity mentality for good reason. We never know what's going to happen, right? We never know when we might need that little bit. But today, I am challenging us to embrace the energy of Ogun, embrace the energy that says, hey, cut it down, more will grow back. Use it up, you'll buy some more. Right? Cut it off. It'll come again. Right? And understanding that when we do that, right, the energy that we're giving out when we do that is that we are trusting in our divinities. We are trusting in their ability to provide for us. We are living not in a state of scarcity, not in a state of this is all I'm going to ever have, but in a state of I can't even imagine what else might be there for me. Ashe, 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 ashe. We know, hey, that's one element that helps us to embrace endings and new beginnings, that helps to wash us clean. Hey, is the element of water. We know that what to. If we won't go wash, is water we go use. If we won't cook soup, is water we go use. So we salute the great and mighty element of water, as we say, Omi tutu, Ashe tutu, Ana tutu, Ile tutu tutu, Laroye tutu, Bobo Egun tutu, Bobo Risha tutu, Emio tutu, Bobo Wa tutu, Ori. Come on and touch that Ori. We know. Listen, a lot of understand too. They just brought this to my spirit. A lot of talk about Ori is in the Odu of Ogunda and its derivatives, right? A lot of the talk about our Ori, the goodness that comes from our heads, the power of our own heads. Because again, it is only through our own Ori, it is only through the lens of our own understandings that we are able to understand when one thing needs to end so another thing can begin. It is only through the lens of our Ori that we are able to accept the abundance that is meant for us. It is only through the lens of our Ori that we are able to what? Recognize, so that we can then utilize our blessings. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Mojuba Olodumare. Abba aterere kaiye. Mojuba ti ojo, mojuba ti oru, mojuba ile ogere afoko yere. Mojuba rumila eleri pin. Mojuba ibaru mole ojuko tu, mojuba ibaru mole ojuko sing, mojuba okande niri mweru mole, mojuba koda, mojuba sheda, mojuba rebelo tuife, mojuba woni afinjuwe, mojuba egungun ile, egungun bawashe, egungun bawashe, iba egungun mope, egungun bawashe. Call your ancestors. Baba any, Shesheni, Iani, Shesheni, Isheshelabo, Kato, Borisha. It is our mothers and our fathers who are our Isheshe, the originators and creators of our traditions, and it is Isheshe, to whom we pay homage before any other entity. Ashu, Adupe, Mojuba, Ori, Mojuba, Baba Mojuba, Yeye Mojuba, Wanala Seku, Mojuba, Bobo, Bobo, Orisha, Mojuba, Teshu, Daranika, Han, Losoro, Mojuba, Baba, Mio, Batala, Hepa, Baba, Rugbo, Epa, Orisha, o Epa, Mole, Baba, mi Mojiba, Shunye, Ore, Ye, Mojiba, Shango, Kawo, Kabi, Si Mojuba, Ogunye, Omo Mariwo, Gumbe, Mi, Obioshe, Beni, Akoko, Mojiba, Shosio, De Mata, Mojiba, Mobeji, Mojiba, Egbe, Mojuba, Olokun, Molagba, Olokun, Molagba, Mojuba, Bobo, Borisha, Kinka Mashe, Bobo 110, Ife, Phone, Kinka Mashe, we know means what? May no harm, hurt, or danger ever come. So we say Kinka Mashe and the names of those we want to bring into the sacred circle of protection right now. We call on those who pray for us. We call on our elders and our children. We call them all into the sacred circle right now. I say Kinka Mashe to each and every member of the Ase Ire family, whether listening now or later. We say Funwani or Ire Funwani Ilera Funwani Alafia Ire Owo Ire Omo Ire Aiku Funbobo Wa Ashe O Ashe Osi Nkankambruku. Let there be no negativity whatsoever. Only all of the goodness on which we have called. May Ogun, hey, open the way to goodness. May Ogun, open the way to strength. May Ogun, open the way to peace. May Ogun, open the way to courage. May Ogun, open the way for Ire Bobo. All blessings. Ashe o, Ashe. So, iba eshu adupwe o, rau, ogun la kahi, ogun moye, ogun, bawa Ashe o. Ogun, help us to do it. Ogun, help us to embrace all that we need to embrace. Ogun, keep us strong through the moments of darkness so that we are able to reach the light. Ogun, help to nurture all of the things that are growing within us. Ashe, 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 Ashe. Roo! Give thanks. Ogun lakaye, Ogun moyeo. Hey, now that we have called out, now that we have made our petition, we now have to go inside so we can listen. Come on, my friend, I know you was right there with me. So that we can listen to the message that is just for us. The message that is just between us and spirit that nobody else can convey. I invite us now to close our eyes gently and to begin breathing deeply in through our noses and out through our mouths. Allowing all imagery to fade from our mind's eye. Allowing it to grow fainter and paler until we are left with a brilliant white in our mind's eye. We hold that white as we allow a wave of sacred relaxation to roll down our bodies, from our heads, down our necks, down past our shoulders, down our arms, down our torsos, down past our hips, down into our legs, down to our feet. We relax any tension that we are holding in our body right now. We feel energized as a wave of Ashe, sacred energy surges back up our bodies, from our feet, up our legs, up, past our hips, up, into our torsos, out, our arms to the tips of our fingers, up, into our heads again, as we continue to breathe deeply, in through our noses and out through our mouths. Ogun ye mo ye o. Ogun bawa she o. Ogun lakaye o. Continue breathing deeply. Onire, 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 arere mariwo, Ogun bambala zeze. Onire, 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 arere mariwo, Ogun bambala zeze. Arere mariwo, Ogun bambala zeze. Arere mariwo. Ogun bambala Adúpẹ́ Ogun, Ogun onire, Ogun lakaye, Osin mole, power share. Ogun, help us to embrace all of our truths. Help us to embrace all that we need, all that we are, all that we have, all that we have to do. Ogun, Bawashe. Let us take 3 more deep cleansing breaths in through our noses and out through our mouths, beginning with 1, 2, and 3. As we release that 3rd breath, let us begin to reawaken our bodies. Move gently as you reawaken. Wiggle your toes, rotate your ankles, straighten and bend your knees. Lean forward and back, roll your shoulders gently. Let your head fall gently from side to side. Move your body, yes, however feels good to you in this moment. And finally, the eyes, precious windows to the soul. Gently open them and rejoin the space. Asheo ekabo, ekabo. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I pray that you enjoyed that sacred journey as much as I did. I just give thanks and praise for the ability that we have to spend this time together, to call on our divinities, to call on our Orisha, our ancestors, to call on the Almighty, Olodumare, to know that all we need do is breathe in deeply, to reconnect with that sacred breath, the precious breath, and me, which is our direct line to inspiration from the divine. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I'm grateful for each of your presence today. As always, if you have felt blessed by your experience, you are lovingly, lovingly, lovingly invited to participate in the ministry of giving, which you can do by scrolling down to the bottom and tapping that Give Money button here on Clubhouse, or you can also do so at $Funlayo on Cash App, at Funlayo W on Venmo, or at AseIre.com. Know that as always, I pray for each and every cent to multiply 1,000,000 times and return to your pocket. And remember as well that your most important gift, your most valuable currency, is not your money, but it is your time, it is your energy, it is your attention. So please, 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 don't give those to any place, anyone, anything that is not consistently uplifting you, that is not consistently helping you to embrace those endings so that you can have new beginnings, who is not consistently helping you to move forward along your path, who is not consistently showing that they have your back. Because you know that Ogun also represents fraternity, sorority, brotherhood, sisterhood, the idea of Simba Simbi. I hold up that which holds me up. If they ain't doing that, don't be spending your time and energy with them, okay? Don't do it. Amber, thank you so much for getting the giving started. We give thanks and praise. I want y'all to go on ahead and be great as you are. I want you to go on ahead and have a fabulous rest of your day. Know that we will be in the cafe here in just a little while. And remember, hey, all you need to do is take a deep breath always to reconnect with that sacred breath of life, to reconnect with Emi, to reconnect with Olodumare, to reconnect with yourself. It ain't got to look fancy. Just pour a little water on the ground, tap a little water on your ori, and know that it's going to be all right. Ooh, they putting a song on my heart right now. I got a feeling everything's going to be all right. Oh, I got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. Said I got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. Be alright, be alright, be alright. I do well. Give thanks, give thanks. Go on and be wonderful. Let's close it out. You know how we do it. Come on and sing it with me. Ashe, hey, Ashe, Ashe, Ase Ire. I do pray family, odabo.